all staff. You have entered the door to the north. You are now by yourself, standing in a dark room. The pungent stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon walls.
Where are the Cheetos?
Video about it, where you say what you think and you show the evidence that it's based off of, and then people will watch it for real. People will actually watch it. You'd be shocked. You have to do a good job though.
All right, these Twitch clips.
You have to do a good job though.
Good news about their life, and I think it's often because when people share good news about their life, people don't necessarily respond positively. They don't get encouragement, and people need so little encouragement. It's just unbelievable. And so they don't get encouragement, and people need so little encouragement. It's just unbelievable.
Theory. I'm Griswold Grin, and I will be your broken clock for today. And this is the pilot episode, take 2, Mockingbird Missing and the Snitch's Son. Here at the Broken Clock Theory, we are an unofficial sponsor of the Truth Matters unisex baseball jersey over at truthclothing.io. You can find a link for it down in the description below. You can buy one there, and life will be better. So, the Mockingbird Missing and the Snitch's Son. First, we'll start with the Mockingbird Missing. 10/3/2018. The Mockingbird Missing is, I honestly don't know his first name, but his last name is Cash Hoggy. Actors have a way of making this stuff look pretty darn easy, but the truth of the matter is, not so much. It takes a lot of proper clicking and whatnot, so much whatnot. Let me find you what I'm looking for. Here it is.
A prominent Saudi journalist has gone missing. He was last seen in Istanbul. Angela.
Prominent Saudi journalist. Cash Hoggy.
A prominent Saudi journalist has gone missing. He was last seen in Istanbul. Angela, where do you think he's gone to?
Well, this is the question that everybody is asking. Jamal Khashoggi,
what's important as far as the broken clock theory for the day is that this is a Washington Post article. This is a Washington Post guy. Now, this was on 10/3, which, if you'll recall, what a wonderful day as far as Q was concerned. You remember your presidential text? That was this day when good old Cash Hoggy decided to go missing. Now, we weren't really really watching that very closely. At least I wasn't. What was going on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th was the Kavanaugh debacle was wrapping up. They were coming up for the vote, but had not yet. Spoilers. I didn't. So anyway, Peterson tweeted his Kavanaugh should step down if he gets it, and everybody went nuts. Among those going nuts,
but I got a little creeped out by it because it's like, what is this bloodline stuff? It sounds way more Hitlerian than I want to, than I'm comfortable with. I don't like people that talk about bloodlines and the pedigrees of people and stuff like that. It's, we're not dogs. We're not being bred like dogs. And so I just thought I'd explain that because I saw a lot of comments about why is Owen talking about Jews. That's what I majored in college, and my first inspiration of heroism came when I was a small child, and I found out that my town wasn't just another, you know, working class town that was destroyed after the Industrial Revolution by railroads. You know, we're holding on to the Erie Canal. We're like, donkeys will pull slow.
Yeah, donkeys. Donkeys will do what? So Peterson tweeted his Kavanaugh should step down tweet on 10/5, and then Saturday 10/6. Owen here makes this 2-hour-long video where he goes after Peterson, among other things. So this, I was watching this on that day, and it was the same day that Lift the Veil released the pre-order for their Truth Matters unisex baseball jersey. Available at truthclothing.io/products/Truth Matters unisex baseball tee, with a bunch of dashes in the last part. So these Lift the Veil people, who are they? Well, he's watching Kavanaugh, Jordan, Peterson, and Owen Benjamin. He's watching this limo crash. The limo crash happened on this day, and the reason it was brought to my attention was because I received 2 Google News notifications on my cell phone, which I was primed for after listening to the presidential tweet. So where are we at? Let's see. Cash Hoggy goes missing on 10/3. Peterson tweet comes out on 10/5. Well, Benjamin goes after Peterson on 10/6, same day that the limo crash occurs. That's too many. Look, it's dangling over the edge there. That's unacceptable. There we go. So hopefully you're still with me. We're done with this one, and we're done with that one. I don't. Alright, so Nathan over at Lift the Veil was covering the same stuff I'm interested in, mainly because I watch his show, right? But here's his show from the day when he was following up some more.
brother's wedding. It was my brother's best friend. It was one of my close friends too. And that was the wedding song. And the bride's entire family just died in a limousine accident. Like 20 people just wiped off the planet. And it's pretty insane to think about how fragile life is and how they had to cancel the wedding because of funerals with an S. Oof.
What it is.
Let me try that again. It's gotta be good. It's gotta be good.
Family just died in a limousine accident. Like 20 people just wiped off the planet. And it's pretty insane to think about how fragile life is and how they had to cancel the wedding because of funerals with an S. Oof.
What it is. Everybody. Thanks for joining me for this show. That was a wild moment, the moment I saw what Owen Benjamin just said about his personal connection to this traffic accident, this huge major automotive disaster, which killed 20 people in upstate New York. So Owen.
So there's that connection. Now, if you're familiar with Owen Benjamin, if you're not, I should say, 11 months ago, he was on Joe Rogan. There's a lot of it. He's been a busy little fella. 11 months ago, he was on Joe Rogan, has a falling out with Joe Rogan, apologizes to Joe Rogan. Alex Jones goes down. Owen Benjamin goes on the Alex Jones show, and then, there it is, on 9/18. And he's interviewing Jordan Peterson. And he turns on Jordan Peterson. And he's connected to this limo crash? Okay. What about this limo crash? Good old Steve Outtrim. Steve Outtrim. He's probably better at trimming than me. He's got this great timeline on Twitter because he thinks this is a government lark, I think. But he's been looking into it, and he's got good information. The super informant, Shahid Hussein, which I think I should add to the thing, yes. There. Why don't you look? Yeah. In this limo crash. Limo crash. We have Shahid Hussein. Shahid Hussein. He is the owner of the limo company, and the limo crashed and 20 people died, including the driver. He turns out to be an FBI informant, super informant. It also turns out that one of the okay, so he's a super informant. What he did was the FBI gave him money. He went around with fake bombs and stuff. LTV covers this great. So, what's the video? The limo crash, more questions one. It's got all this pretty in depth. So the super informant runs around at Muslim places trying to incite violence against Jews, and then gets those people arrested. Like, look at all these terrorists, these Muslim terrorists, guys. These Muslim terrorists. One of the people he set up in such a sting, Yassin Aref, got out last Wednesday. I haven't looked closely at that, but I noticed it, so I brought it up. Today, 14 hours ago-ish, Shahid Hussein's son, Newman, that definitely has to go on here. Oh, I did it again. You guys. Yeah, this was the part, number 36 in Steve's list, with the patsy that was set up by the super informant Shahid Hussein. And then down here is 49. His son Newman was arrested. And they're charging him for like criminal negligence, because he's the owner. He's the owner is Hussein. Newman is his son and like runs the operation of it. So that brings us to the snitch's son, Newman. So, the broken clock theory is that Newman being taken into custody is a retributory act from the friends of the cash hoggy. And that's how my broken clock theory on the Mockingbird Missing and the snitch's son.
Grimm's got a lot of personality. He's going to be a big star on YouTube if I have anything to say about it. We'll get him a handler. We can get a handler within 6 months, probably, if he makes videos. Sounds like he's got enough time to watch this show. Got to have enough time to make videos. Hope that's a deal. But everybody can do that too. It's easy. Free software. Same thing I'm using. You don't have to show your face. You can do exactly what make a video about it where you say what you think and you show the evidence that it's based off of, and then people will watch it for real. People will actually watch it.
And so they'll tell me something good, and I think, oh, that's so good. You know, somebody says, oh, I'm getting along way better with my father. I hadn't seen him for 10 years, and now we get along. It's like, God, great. Yeah. And the power of that, you can't overstate the power of that for individuals to get their life together.
Yes, I know I'm still on. It was one more thing.
Hey, you. You got a problem? Feel the pain of underground film.
Sure they are. It's supposed to be like this. Right.
Problem. Feel the pain of underground film.
Cl0ck.